Hello, welcome back. This is Zarin Zephyr here. This is going to be the part 2 of my video game test, and right here I have Street Fighter 4 running at 60 frames. I'm going to show you what the options I have for this game. For this netbook, you're going to need your frame rate at fixed. If you put out variable, it's not going to work because it needs to be able to skip the frames. I have texture filtering at 2, model quality at high, background at low, everything else pretty much at low. But throughout the game, it's pretty much 60 frames. I am not the best Street Fighter fighter. I don't have all the characters. The game just chopped just a little bit, but it is playable at 60 frames. It's the only game I've found so far that works at full 60 frames, except for the videos. Though my Fraps does say it's 30 frames, it's actually 60, according to the actual software. Okay, I have it set right here. If you could look on the side, I'm going to unpause it. It's going to stay at 60 frames. This is actually from the heart, from the game itself. Okay, there you go, 60 frames on Street Fighter 4. There's also another person who has Street Fighter 4 up running similar to this at 60 frames. I've actually been told that it ran on 60 frames, so that's why I decided to test it out myself. Okay, right here's Mirror's Edge. I do have it at lowest settings, like the other games. This is the second chapter of the story. The first chapter works really well, and when I got to this part, it just lagged really bad. It's running about 20 frames right now, but when I got to this part, with the physics part on, it actually lagged. So it actually is running right now because I turned off the physics engine, I believe. But earlier it wasn't working. I'm not really good at this game, but I'm getting around 17 to 20 frames right now. It's a little choppy. It's expected. Yeah, whatever. At the for the videos, I had everything on really low settings. I don't know if you can see it from right here. Put it closer. I don't know if you can still see it, but resolution is at 800 by 600. Everything's on low or off. I had to turn the physics support off since last time it was lagging at that part. On to the next game. Right here is Mass Effect, as I promised. I kept saying it like a gajillion times. It jumps between 10 to 20 frames, and it does chop up a lot. Maybe because right now there's a lot of things going on. But I did have the patience to actually play it even with the lag, since a lot of people aren't very impatient. I did have to set it at assist aim really high because with the lag I gotta compensate for the amount of lag so I can actually kill somebody. But yeah, I know it's very choppy. It's a lot of the settings I put at low. Particle effects low. I put it even at a lower resolution, 640 by 480. But though it keeps the full screen. Texture quality low, filter coin, or filter mode linear. Wait for vertical sync is on. I don't know if it will make a difference if I turn it off or not. But I mean, it's still playable. It's not going to be like uber great or anything, but it is playable. Oh, I have to do this stupid grenade thing. Yeah, I died. Whatever. But anyways, critical mission failure. But 20 frames is pretty much the max, but it does go down to 10 frames. So I'm gonna go on to the next game. Okay, right here I have Crysis. It's quite funny. I've noticed that even in a loading screen, right here it says 200 frames. It's pretty funny for this game, but it's just a loading screen, so I don't think playing this game on this netbook is going to be any great. barely 20 frames jumps down to 10, just like Mass Effect. Is not crystal clear, very choppy in my opinion. I'm not a pro at this game or anything. I only use it to test out my computer, stuff like that. But I am not great at this. I don't know how many times I have to mention that. But yeah, it is working. This is at the lowest settings possible. This guy won't die. But yeah, 11 to 15, 17 frames, lowest settings possible. It does run. That's pretty amazing for a netbook. This is going to be the last part here. Due to high demand and a lot of questions about running the PS2 emulator on this netbook, I do have one game that's sprites for the PS2. It's Tales of Destiny 2, the game that was never released in America, since I'm a huge Tales fan. It runs okay for some games, but 30 frames for a game that runs on 60 does not work well. So I'm getting about 30 frames right now for this game. Doesn't get any better than this. The max I've been able to get is about 40 and nowhere close to 50. Okay, I was able to manage to skip to the fight scene part, but let me just explain this first. For the PS2 emulator, I will not tell you how to get the BIOS or how to get games or even to drop your own BIOS or your own games. So, because getting the BIOS online is very illegal. So, don't ask any questions about that. I will not tell you. Find out on your own, because I had to do everything myself. So here is the fight scene. I actually had it on single thread mode, but now it's on a multi-threading mode. It's running at 40 frames. It's very delayed on the attack, but it's playable. I've tried some other games like Wild Arms 3. It didn't work too well. There's a lot of lag, and my grade is really horrible. And you notice the rest, it just stays around. Yeah, no, their voices are so annoying. At 30 frames, their voices are going to sound really retarded. So I don't think it's very bearable. I've seen a video, though I mentioned this a lot. Some guy was able to run Final Fantasy X on his Asus eee 1201, the other netbook I have. But this concludes the video test of the game testing for part 2 of all these bunch of games I have up here. And but if you have any other game suggestions, feel free. I will not try Counter-Strike Source if Crysis works at 15, 16, 20 frames, then there's no point of playing Counter-Strike when it's going to work anyways. Though most of the newer games, or even a lot of the older games, may or may not work. There's some videos out there that Arkham Asylum does not work well on this netbook. So if you have some other game suggestions, I'll do my best to actually get the games. It may take a while, like I said, schoolwork. Like I said, any questions, comments, leave in the question box. I'm very speedy at replying to your comments or anyone's comments. So thank you for watching.